Hello again guys, and welcome again to Optics Trade YouTube channel. Today we'll be reviewing a product from Delta Optical. This is Delta Optical Classic 3-9x40. We already reviewed a product from Delta before, but as we can see, this one has a bit different packaging. But if you stay tuned to this review, we'll elaborate on some differences, not only in the packaging, but also other features. So stay tuned. Delta Optical, as we know by now, is a known manufacturer of sport optics from Poland, that's Europe. Delta has, we can say, a very positive relation with customers from all over the world. They produce very high quality optical products, such as, for example, rifle scopes, binoculars, spotting scopes, red dot, and quite a large number of corresponding accessories. They produce more and more optical and non-optical accessories by the year. So we can say that they are really progressive in these terms too. Delta Optical has been established in 2002, so they're basically quite a fresh figure in the sport optics market. Due to their certain attributes like price-performance ratio, customers' relations, and so on, they have managed to achieve a quite large portion of recognizability. But if you go to this Delta Optical Classic rifle scope series, basically this series is designed for hunting. So rifle scopes in this series are designed for hunting, and for quite some types of hunting. Actually, this model is designed for stalking. The other models are designed, for example, for low light hunting, mountain hunting, raised height hunting, and also driven hunts, although we have to mention that model 1-4x24 is discontinued from production. This series offers some, we can say, very decent or more than decent optical performance, and quite some of other qualities which we'll elaborate on in the continuation of our review. And finally, if we go to our product 3-9x40, we can see that this model is very short. It's actually not even 300 millimeters long. To be more precise, it's 293 millimeters long, and also you can assume that it's not very heavy. It's 370 grams heavy, and we can see it features a very nice matte black color. This is a very nice addition from Delta, for those who have a taste for a bit old school or vintage look rifle scopes. The tube is 1 inch or 25.4 millimeters. This rifle scope also has no adjustable parallax, so the parallax is fixed at 100 meters. This scope is suitable for short and perhaps semi-medium range hunting, but also primary for stalk hunting or stalking, as we mentioned at the start of our review. We can see that rifle scope is nice, good looking design and finish. Generally, we advise to use this rifle scope on a rimfire rifle, partially because eye relief on this rifle scope, which we will mention in the continuation of our review, is not extremely long. Rifle scope is generally very well made for this price range. If we go to the optical characteristics of this rifle scope, we know that zoom range is 3-9, and with the 3 times zoom factor, and 40mm lens, which is of course suitable, as we mentioned, for stalking, daytime hunting. Field of view on 3 times magnification is 14 meters on 100 meters, and on 9 times magnification it's 5 meters on 100 meters. The eye relief of this rifle scope is approximately 86 millimeters long, which is not very long, but it's of course very suitable for rimfire rifles. Surprisingly, the optical performance of this rifle scope is very good. It has no tunnel effect, and for the rifle scope, which costs 150 euros approximately at the moment, we can say that the optical performance of this rifle scope is one of the best we've seen in this price class. The field of view is good, quite good if compared with other rifle scopes of the same zoom range. Rifle scope, as mentioned, is suitable for rimfire rifles. Scope's internal parts are filled with dry nitrogen purging, and as we can see here, the scope is made in the Philippines, and Delta covers 3 years of warranty for this product. In the continuation, we'll talk about reticle. Reticle is in the second focal plane. This model has mil-dot reticle. The other reticle, which is also available, is a multi-X reticle. This reticle is very suitable, or primarily suitable, for hunting. It's not too thin and also not too thick. This rifle scope also doesn't feature any illumination control setting, so we'll skip straight to the turrets. As we can see, rifle scope has 2 capped hunting turrets. They both feature quarter MOA click value. Turrets are of multi-turn type with no turn indicator, which is of course not necessary with capped hunting turrets, and counterclockwise turn direction. The turrets are not resettable, and they don't have any locking function. We can hear that the turrets are quite appropriately audible. Feel of the click is actually very nice and very easy to use. It's basically quite surprisingly for the rifle scope in this price range. In our opinion, this product has very decent turrets for rifle scope of this price range, and also, as we can see, the turrets are very nicely designed and built. So if we go straight to the conclusion of our review, we can say that in terms of positive features, the field of view is good with this rifle scope. Compactness, we can see the rifle scope is very short, it's not very heavy, so it means this will not tire the hunter out so much as perhaps a larger and much heavier rifle scope, which is a plus of its own, to be more exact. And additionally, the price-performance ratio of this rifle scope is very good. The build quality is, we can say, very good, and of course the optical quality, which we mentioned, is surprisingly good for the rifle scope of this price range. If we elaborate a bit on the minuses of this rifle scope, the eye relief, as we mentioned, is only around 86 millimeters, which is not very long, but it's suitable for. It shouldn't be any problem for it to be used on rimfire rifles. Generally, we can say this rifle scope is very decent and affordable little scope for stalking, hunting purposes, which can be used with basically any rimfire rifles. If you decide to buy this scope, you also get a pair. You also get, of course, these turrets, which I just removed, and of course the lens covers. So this is all for this review for today. If I forgot something important about this rifle scope, feel free to write us a comment or write us an email perhaps if you wish, and we'll reply to it. And normally, do not forget to subscribe. Take care until we see you next time.